Hi everyone, it's Jessica Cadman here. Welcome to my channel. I just wanted to do a very quick and unique video, I guess, on my experience so far throughout my pregnancy. For those of you who don't know, I already have two children. One of them is 15 months and the other one is almost 3 years old in January. And I'm pregnant and actually basically due with my third child. So it's going to be another girl, which is super exciting. We're very excited to meet her. I'm 39 weeks pregnant now, basically, so she can really come anytime. However, there's been a little bit of a challenge in this journey because at 30, I think I was like 35 weeks pregnant when I found out that this baby was presenting breech. So my first two deliveries were natural deliveries, like vaginal deliveries, and everything went fine. So I was kind of just assuming the same thing would happen with this one. However, the baby still hasn't turned and I'm 39 weeks pregnant, so it's time for decisions and everything to be made. It's been super stressful, if I'm being honest with you, because obviously I really wasn't planning on having a C-section or even delivering a breech baby if that's what we decide to do. And I haven't really gotten any answers until, I'm going to get answers today. So I'm going to post another video about that, and today is going to be basically when we make the final decision based on our consultation with a professional doctor who delivers breech babies. So I'm excited to actually have my questions and concerns addressed and answered so that we can decide if we're going to pursue a breech delivery, or which I've been told I'm a super amazing candidate for, and that it's really not that risky for me just because of how the baby is and the fact that I've delivered vaginally before. They're not really concerned about it. But obviously those weren't specialists that were talking to me about it. So I've done a lot of research myself, and once you start researching vaginal breech delivery versus C-section and stuff like that, it can lead you down a pretty crazy rabbit hole that just can make you a little stressed out, let's just say that. I read many scientific articles and stuff like that because obviously I have a science background. So I did look at all kinds of different studies, and there was a great deal of differences in the results and stuff that they found. So I'm just kind of wondering what the doctor is going to say today, because probably I didn't access all of the studies, obviously, and reviewed all of them, but just some of the bigger ones I looked at and compared the results and all that kind of stuff. So it will be good to ask questions about some of the data that I found in the studies, and in terms of asking that to the doctor as to whether or not I have anything to be concerned about. Obviously there's risks with both cesarean and breech births, but I'm going to learn more about it today, so I'm just going to leave it at that and stop looking up things on the internet. Yeah, so I have my appointment today. I really wasn't planning for a breech delivery. I don't know, it was really it's been kind of stressful because I just kind of always assumed the baby would turn, I guess, but obviously the more children you have and whatever, the greater your risk or whatever of chances of having a breech baby are. So this is my third child, so I mean, obviously just the fact that I had 3 children, even though only 3 to 4% of births are breech births, the fact that I've had 3 children, or I'm going to have had 3 children already, just naturally the odds increase in having a breech presentation. So yeah, I did the external rotation, I forget the abbreviation for it, at 36 weeks, I think, like a week and a half ago or so, and it didn't work. They tried 3 times to do it. The baby basically is in such a position that it's not an optimum for them to actually be able to maneuver the baby from the outside. They told me that the chances of it being successful were less than 50%. So he tried 3 times and the baby didn't move. She's still in the exact same position that she was since then. She hasn't really rotated. She seems pretty comfortable in the frank breech position. which is ideal for delivery of a breech baby, the Frank breech position. And it's basically, for just like a quick explanation of what a Frank breech baby position is, it's basically where you have the head and then the legs are kind of up straight by the head like this, so then the butt's down here. So that's currently how the baby's presenting in my body, which is super good in terms of vaginal delivery if I choose to do that. But yeah, that's basically an update. It's pretty crazy. Like, I really did not expect to have to make these decisions, especially this late in the game. Like, I feel like with my first child, I was 4 days early, so really I could give birth any day, and it's been super stressful, which is why I've done the research myself online, just in case I did go into labor and had to make a decision as to, you know, whether or not we were going to do a breech delivery or a cesarean. And yeah, it's been stressful. But even, like, you guys have probably heard, like, I have, like, a lot of, like, bad things about breech deliveries. Now, something that really, like, calms my mind a bit was that they're actually not as risky as they originally thought. But what's happened now is that since that data has been released, I think in 2004 it was actually found that breech vaginal deliveries, like, actually aren't that risky compared to cesarean, and the outcomes are pretty similar. So the problem is that since the first study that came out in the year 2000, which found that there was a big difference and that breech babies across the world had higher mortality rates and morbidity rates than babies delivered via C-section who had the breech presentation. And that study was basically discredited a lot, but after that study was released, basically, like, the training for doctors and everything completely changed, like, across the world, especially in North America, and they no longer taught people the skills to deliver a breech baby, because obviously, like, regular delivery with a head down baby in the regular position has its own, like, complications and risks and stuff that routinely happen. I won't get into what happened with one of mine, but I experienced something with my last child, and she basically got stuck, and they had to, like, push on my stomach to get her out, kind of thing, to help. But yeah, so they took that training out. So that's more the issue now, is to find a practitioner that actually knows the tips and tricks to actually handle those problems if they occur during a breech delivery. So, for instance, there's only one person in my area that actually knows how to do that. So if that person isn't on call when I go into labor, then basically either I would have to risk, like, being with someone who's not totally familiar or, like, comfortable with doing a breech delivery and handling, like, any complications that may arise, or just get a C-section, which would obviously probably be what I would choose in that circumstance. Otherwise, I think I'm leaning more towards a breech delivery, but we'll see. I need more data today to make sure that all my research I did is sound, and what my family doctor and everything told me is still true. So yeah, I will keep you guys updated. I'm going today at 1:30. Right now it's about 11 o'clock in the morning on October 26th. So I'm going to ask all the questions, you know, make sure that I'm making the right decision for myself. But initially I was like, well, I'm just going to get a C-section. But then after doing some research and consulting with the doctors and stuff, it seems like things have really shifted in the medical field, and that doing a breech delivery is actually totally fine, and that if you're a good candidate for it, which I am. So I will keep you guys updated. I'll let you know about my decision. I'll let you know the answers to all my questions, but I just really wanted to post this video, not only for myself, but in case, like, someone else is going through this, because, like, literally last night I was just, like, crying for, like, 6 hours, because I was like, oh my god, like, even if I wanted to do a breech vaginal delivery, which is what I'm leaning towards, if that doctor is not on call, like, it might just be totally out of my hands, and I have to get a C-section anyways, like, if I go into labor and that doctor's not there. So I'm going to find out more data, get back to you guys on that, and in the meantime, just hope and pray that maybe the baby just like flips during labor, because that actually does happen. I don't know how commonplace it is, but I posted on a mom group and a few moms have had that occur, so that was kind of promising. That's what I would like to happen ideally, but we'll plan for that not happening just in case, but that would be the ideal situation. So thanks so much, guys, for watching. If you have any questions or experiences or whatever that you'd like to share, comment below, and I will do another video probably tomorrow regarding like what happened today exactly, and keep you guys updated and let you know about what's happening and what my decision is. Okay, guys, have a great day. Take care. Bye.